Welcome back to another episode of Showtime Radio Podcast. I am your host, Showtime, also known as Jenna. And before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, smash that notification button so you know when I drop a video. And tell a friend to pull up, pour up any drink of their choice and tune in as we dive into these hot topics. Now, that's one. Guys, I'm sick. I've been sick for feels like an eternity now. Lord Jesus, lead and guide the way, because I feel like hot garbage. So if you hear me doing or break into a cough break, mind your business, mind your head, whatever. Also too, the struggle is so real trying to get this set up. I feel like my camera's crooked, so if it is, excuse me, because I'm pressed on time and I'm trying to meet my goals with videos, and I feel like my camera's crooked and I can't tell. But it's whatever. It is what it is. My hair is not done. The light kept falling. It was just a royal shit show. And yeah, so it is what it is. But before we really get into this video though, I do want to cheers with you guys, because I stay forgetting to cheers. Clink, clink, clink. Cheers with you guys. I need this right now because that was stressful. Your girl is stressed. Hold on. I'm drinking it like it's juice. Oh, fun fact about this cup. Shout out to my best friend Crystal. She got me this cup in the summer. She has a matching one too, and I've used it ever since. I love this cup. I love this cup, and I love cups in general. So shout out to her. Usually I drink my wine out of this cup. Sometimes on the show I like to drink it out of a glass because it's a little more classier. But I'm on the back porch and it's a little dusty out here, so I don't want to get no dust in my wine because that's not a fun time. But anyways, boom. So as you guys may know and seen in previous videos, I have a boyfriend. His name is Levins. I have a boyfriend, and we are approaching 5 years. That's half a decade, boy. January 1st marks 5 years of being together. So I wanted to just talk about how to maintain a relationship. Now, let me just put this out there. It has not been easy. It has not been clean. Things got messy. There's arguments, and you're just two different worlds coming together. You know what I mean? So I just want to, even though we made it to 5 years, I don't want to paint the picture perfect, paint a picture like everything was, picture perfect, because we definitely were human too. We definitely have our moments. But I just wanted to share my advice from what I've learned in this relationship as well as previous relationships, right? So I feel like, key things to, and I was going to say surviving a relationship, but you shouldn't feel like you're surviving in a relationship. You shouldn't feel like you're surviving. You should feel like you're thriving. Boom. So I didn't want to say surviving a relationship. I wanted to say thrive in a relationship. So key points or pointers to thrive in your relationship. So the first one I wanted to discuss is trust. There has to be, and everybody, I'm pretty sure if you ask people their top 5, what's important in a relationship is trust. Y'all, if y'all don't got trust in your relationship, y'all can just call it dead. Okay? And I know that sometimes trust can be broken, and there's still love there and you want to work on it. But if you're finding yourself in a place where it's just completely gone, then so the relationship can only go so far when there's no trust, right? Because lack of trust brings in insecurities, it brings in doubt, it brings in regret, resentment, anger. If you're the one who broke the trust, it brings in guilt, and it just comes in like a hurricane and just tears, and like a freaking tornado actually, and just bring the shit up, it twirls it around and slam it down on the ground, and now your relationship is a goddamn mess, right? So if you don't have that foundation, and that is a part of a foundation of a relationship, if you don't have that foundation of trust, then your relationship is a bust. That's what it is. So it's very important to have that relationship of trust. And like I said, if the trust was broken, that doesn't mean the relationship is is over. Well, for some people, I want to put that out there. For some people, the relationship is over. For other people, if they still see potential, if, they, are acting on forgiveness and still want to be with the person, because you can forgive and move on, but you can forgive and still try to work things out, right? So if you are the ones that are trying to work things out, don't give up hope. There's just a little more work on both ends that needs to be done, right? So for the person that broke the trust, you need to regain that trust back, right? And then for the person whose trust got broken, you need to relearn how to trust and forgive that person, right? And so there's work on both ends that need to be done to rebuild that trust and get your relationship back into the same place or even a better place, right? Because we're thriving in our relationships, so we don't want to we don't want to stay stagnant in our relationship. Excuse me, I'm beatboxing. We don't want to stay stagnant in our relationship, right? We want to grow. So that's the key pointer right there, is trust. Good foundation for a relationship, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows that. Another one that I wanted to discuss is how would I word this? Okay, don't be, just because a relationship dries out, that doesn't mean it's over. And you'll know when a relationship is over. But sometimes people tend to throw a really quality relationship away because, the spark isn't sparking anymore. Things are getting dry. Things are getting caught into a routine. That's a big one. Don't get into a routine within your relationship. You want to spice it up. And that's how you keep it from being dry. That's how you water and nurture your relationship. If you could, I would relate it to a plant. Yeah, let's relate it to a plant, guys. Pick any plant you want to pick. I want to pick mine as a flower because I like flowers. So I'm going to pick mine as a flower. But like with any plant, you have to nurture it. You have to tend to it. You have to give it the right amount of this, give it the right amount of that. Don't give it too much of this. Don't give it too much of that. You got to speak life into it, to keep it alive, and so on and so forth. Hold on, let me wash it down with some wine. So you want to make sure that's something that you're constantly working at, and not constantly working at like this is a headache and a burden, but constantly working at like, you enjoy working on the relationship so you guys can be together for forever because you love that person. You see a future with that person, right? So you want to make sure that you are nurturing the relationship by doing these things. You ready? Because I'm ready. And I'm going to go anyways, whether you was ready or not. But boom, right? So the first thing you want to do to relubricate that relationship if it got dry. The first thing that you want to do is start dating again. So, set a date night. Especially if you have kids. It's a little easier if you don't have kids. You're able to do a little more dates. I don't know how you guys' schedule are. Or how you guys' schedule is, whatever. But if you do have kids and, things are getting a little dry, routine-y, whatever, you want to have a date night once or twice a month. And you want to date each other. You want to woo each other. You want to act like, this is the first time the first couple of dates that you're going on, and you're still getting to know that person, right? So you want to do that. That one is boom. That's boom. Date night is so important, and it doesn't have to be extravagant dates, and it doesn't have to be, I would say mix it up. So sometimes extravagant and romantic and then sometimes something low-key, a movie night, you get snacks, you order in, you're spending time. Like for me, little things consider a date to me. Little and big things, I take them both. As long as I'm spending time with you, there's some type of activity being done, whether it's at home or outside the house, as long as there was some effort put into it, and it's a little bit different than like on a normal basis, that to me is considered a date. Okay. The next one is what's it called? The next one is spice up your sex life. Get spicy in there. Okay. Don't touch each other the same way you guys been touching each other. Don't talk the dirty things y'all been talking the dirty things to each other. Don't foreplay the same way. Don't have sex at the same time. Like, just spice it up. Get adventurous with your spice, with your sex life. because sex doesn't make the relationship, but it's an important part of relationship. So you want to make sure you check in. Like, I check in with Levins. How do you like this? How do you like that? Is there something you like better? Do you want me to do something while I'm doing something? My mic is dropping. Can you stay put? My mic, whatever. She wants to drop, whatever. I don't care. But yeah, so I like to check in, see if there's something that, he wants me to do, if there's something he wants me to try, if he's enjoying what's been happening, because it's important to please your partner. And when you please your partner wants to please you. And when your partner wants to please you, you want to please your partner, right? It's the physical act of love. And not to be corny, but it's to be real. So you want to make sure that you're still nurturing that part, even if things get, even if you have kids, even if you're starting to get swamped with work and stuff like that, you want to make sure you put in an effort. Put in an effort to, keep things spicy, keep things fresh, keep things new, keep things exciting. Especially if you're talking about for the rest of your life with this person. Baby, you better figure it out. You better go online. You better get you one of them skimpy little outfits. You better foreplay. You better do something. Do something to keep it exciting. No one wants to do the same thing over again for the rest of their life. You got to spice it up to keep it intriguing, to keep it entertaining, to keep it fun, to keep it light, and so that's another thing. That's a good one for you right there. I'm a dirty little birdie. Another thing is to, another good one is to recognize that you guys are living separate lives and they're coming together. So when you're wrapped up in your partner, things are easily going to get dry and boring and just like, because you're constantly on top of each other or you're constantly underneath your partner. If you're not giving each other room to miss each other, to want each other, yearn and desire each other, then there's no room for that excitement. There's no room to keep it fresh. There's no room to keep wanting each other and interested, and so you want to make sure that you're still living your own lives and then coming back together for the life that you guys are building together. And when you do that, and you're trying different things and stuff like that, you're building up your happiness, your self-esteem, you're achieving your goals, your energy, your spirit is high, and that thrives in a relationship because energy, feeds off of other energy, and you can transfer energy, and so when one person over here is happy, trying things, living their life, achieving their goals, another person here is happy, living their life, achieving their goals, and they come together, living their lives together, happy, achieving their goals, it just corresponds so well, and the energy and your spirits are up and you're high because you guys are happy within yourself, in your personal life, in your separate lives, and then together with your personal lives together, right? And so you want to make sure that you give each other space. That's what it is. Give each other space. Don't be a clingy little bingy, okay? Give each other some space. And you'll notice how much it'll give you more stuff to talk about. Eventually you guys will start trying each other's stuff that you guys tried individually. You'll bring your partner in and be like, hey, come do yoga with me. And you tried it and you guys might actually like it. And know that's something new and exciting that you guys just discovered that you can do with each other, And so you want to make sure that you give each other space. I know you love them. I know they're a sexy piece of hot ass booty butt, but give each other space, live your life, continue to nurture your spirit, self-care of the temple, achieve your goals, so when you come back together, you're a great partner for them and they're a great partner for you, because it all starts with being happy on the inside. It all starts with loving yourself on the inside. If you can't love yourself, you can't love somebody else, and I'm pretty sure everybody heard that. Boom. Okay. So you want to make sure that you're doing that. Another one is effort. The smallest of efforts, right? The smallest of efforts. So goes a long way. Stopping by Dollar Tree. I'm talking about Dollar Tree. $1 make you holla. $1 make it, okay? Shake that ass quake, okay? I'm just saying, you go to stop at Dollar Tree on your way home. And then, no, don't die on me. Don't die on me. No. It's dying. It's dying on me. You go stop at Dollar Tree on the way home. Grab a card. Grab a candy bar. And a candy bar. It just sounded like my grandmother. And, you come in, you're like, hey, babe, just thinking about you. And the card says something about, like, loving your partner, whatever, appreciating your partner. That goes a long way. When you show effort, when you still show interest, when you still show love and affection, that goes a long way. That fuels, that's nurturing, that's watering your plant, which is your relationship. So you want to put in efforts. If you want to do an at-home date, go to Dollar Tree. Or Walmart or whatever. Get you little candles you can set up. Make yourself a little meal, cook up a little meal or order takeout, their favorite takeout, put it on a nice plate. Maybe watch a movie after. It's the little efforts. And that's also considered a date, guys. Boom, by the way. In my book, that's considered a date. But efforts are so key. You guys, my motherfucking camera just died on me. And my other camera battery keeps getting jammed in my camera for some reason. So I'm down to 1 battery when I start off with 3 batteries. And I don't even know what happened to the other battery with all the transitions from bags to bags. So it's just like, oh my God, it's so annoying. And then I go to record again and my freaking laptop is telling me that the recording space to record is full. So it's just like, oh my God, everything is trying to stop me from being great right now. It's so annoying, but whatever, I'm back. Whatever, who cares? I don't care. Anyways, so I forget the last thing I was saying, but I'm pretty sure you got the gist of what I was saying, whatever. So moving on. If you cannot forgive, then forget the relationship. Period. Point blank, period. If you cannot forgive, forget the relationship. Because if you guys are talking about the rest of your life, that's a long time to live, right? With another person. So if you're talking about the rest of your life, you guys are gonna have arguments, you're gonna have disagreements, feelings are gonna get hurt, things are gonna be done, things are gonna be said, things are gonna be lacking at some point, and you have to learn to forgive them, and then eventually, and if you played a part in something, forgive yourself, and forgive yourself of how you reacted or said certain things, right? Because certain things you can't take back. So you got to learn how to forgive in a relationship. And I know you want to hold your partner to a high standard, but they're still human at the day. Mistakes are still going to be made. Some forgettable, some forgivable, some harder to forgive. But you still want to forgive for yourself first, and then for the relationship at the end of the day. And if you don't forgive, it's gonna lean. There's gonna be resentment, anger, frustration, insecurities, and the list goes on. So you want to make sure that you are forgiving actively in the relationship, because if you really love this person, and if this person is willing to give them a title of boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, husband, or wife, then you should be practicing forgiving them because you love them so much. And it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy by any means, especially the reason why you may have to forgive them, but you should be actively practicing and working on forgiving your partner for the sake of your relationship. If you really love your relationship and see this thing as the long run, then forgiving is something that you need to be actively working on. That's something that needs to be at the top of the importance in your relationship, right? Or one of the top threes of the importance of your relationship, and a forgiving heart goes a long way. A forgiving heart can love even harder, because you can forgive and move on. But when there's things that's still lingering around, especially and there's things that are still lingering, and your partner thinks you're over it, and you're still there, that will cause turmoil for the relationship as well. So you want to be honest in your process of forgiving, because it is a process, and remind yourself and remind your partner that's a process. But you want to be working on it, and so just be honest where you are with your journey of forgiving. And that's something that I had to practice. Some days you could forgive your person. Some days you could be like, I can't believe you did that. And try not to be too vocal if you're having those days when you're just like, why did you piss me off like that? Like, you're being annoying. Like, why were you annoying like that? You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to, because you don't want to hold them there, especially if they think that they're thinking or they thought that you guys moved on from there, but yet it's still an internal battle that you personally have to deal with and work at, and so you want to deal with that and not be so vocal, and just know the times, determine the times when to be vocal. Like, hey man, like, I'm having a day where you took me back to X, Y, and Z. I don't know why I'm feeling this way, but I just may need a little space. That way things aren't being said that you can't take back. That way you're not making them feel bad for things that they've done, that they're trying to show you they're trying to be better at, or show you that they don't want to do that anymore, or show you that they're genuinely sorry, right? So you want to make sure that you want to make sure that you are actively forgiving, but being honest in your forgiving journey, if that makes sense. And you want to make sure that your forgiving journey isn't starting to become toxic. And being toxic is, when I say being toxic, is being fine one day and then throwing it back in their face another day once you told them that you forgave them, right? So you just want to be honest with your forgiving journey, and you want to be actively forgiving your partner, so you guys can be healthy, so you guys can be strong, so you guys can be one and on the same page, and you guys can move forward. And the next point I had another point, guys. It's wine time. What was my next point? I don't remember. Don't remember. Oh yeah, and now I remember. Be patient with one another. Be patient. If there's something like, hey babe, like, I need this from you, or hey babe, I don't like this from you, or this is, you know what I mean? Like, be patient with your partner. You would want them to be patient with you. So be patient with them, right? What you give, treat people how you want to be treated, right? And that applies with patience in your relationship. And when someone is already programmed, when you're taking two different lives and bring them together, their life before you is already programmed in their head. They're already accustomed to living the way that they're living. So you need to be patient for them if they want to make those adjustments to, make you more comfortable or better the relationship, or make, whatever the case may be. You want to give them patience, because we're human at the end of the day. So show some grace and give some patience. And when you're patient with them and with yourself, you'll find like a new, a new love, a new sense of love language. You'll find a new sense of comfort. You'll find stability. You'll find security within yourself and in the relationship, because you've given that time. And while you're giving them that time to make those adjustments or work on certain things or whatever the case may be, you also you get to see the transformation of not only them, but also your relationship, which is pretty dope. So you want to constantly work at patience. Don't mind the dog in the background. So you want to constantly work at patience. I also fixed, guys, I don't know if I said that once I got back on camera, but I also fixed why it was slanted. So please excuse the slanting in the beginning, because that was pissing me off. But I fixed it. And the last one that I wanted to discuss is taking accountability. Take accountability if you hurt your partner's feelings. Take accountability if you didn't mean to, but you offended. Take accountability if you did something wrong. We ain't gaslighting out here. Take accountability for your actions, your words, and whatever else in between. And you'll find that even if the situation is rough, ugly, dirty, messy, you'll find it a little bit easier to maneuver through it when you take accountability for your actions, what you've done, whether you meant to hurt them or not, whether you were joking around or not, if you knew or you didn't know they were sensitive about something that you made a joke on or made a comment on, or if you just did something outright wrong, take accountability. And that shows your partner, what's it called? That shows your partner, oh, itchy, that you actually are genuinely sorry, and that you do validate their feelings, and you do love them. And I feel like accountability, ownership, and whatever is an act of love. When you can be like, hey, yo, my bad, I didn't mean to do that. That's an act of love, because that's showing that you putting your pride aside and you genuinely care for the person that you're in a relationship with. You care for their feelings. You care how you make them feel. You care to make sure they feel loved and that they are loved, and you know, their vibrations, their energies are high. You know, you care. It just shows that you care. So when you take accountability, and it may suck in the moment to have to own up to some of your dirty laundry, it pays off in the long run. So you want to make sure you're constantly practicing taking accountability. And all the things that I listed today is something that you're constantly going to need to practice. You may be stronger at certain things that I listed than others, but you want to make sure you're constantly working at it. A relationship is you constantly got to work at it, nurture it, and all of that, right? So you want to make sure you stay active with just being like, yo, like, I did do that and I'm sorry. You know, don't make excuses. Do not make excuses. Partners hate when you make excuses when you hurt them. Just, this is what it is. I'm sorry I made you feel like that. And then you hit it with a boom. How do we go from here? How do we make things better from here? What can I do so I don't make you feel like you are feeling in this moment, or you felt in that moment, right? You want to take accountability, then you want to find a solution, right? Take accountability, find a solution. And that's what keeps your relationship thriving. That's what keeps it afloat. That's what keeps you going, baby. Taking accountability and then finding a solution doesn't keep you stagnant at what caused the problem, but you acknowledge your problem and then you figure out which way to go from there. Right? And I put my hand up out of the camera view because we're constantly, you know, we want to thrive and evolve in our relationship. Yeah. I said that was the last one, but I have one more after that one. I'm sorry. I got to. The last one, the very, very last one, and we're going to end on a high note. Have fun. Stop being so uptight. Stop trying to be so like, ooh, suave with your person. Like, I don't know about y'all. Comment down below. But for me, I love to laugh. I'm silly. So I love someone who's silly, who can make me laugh, who knows when to take their self and take life seriously, and then knows when to just be carefree and fun, right? So be fun, be adventurous, try new things. You know, just be fun. Just love and live life together, individually and together. And when things fun, you can't get enough of them. Time flies when you're having fun, right? So have fun with your partner. Make your relationship fun. Find new things to try. Find new things to eat. Different restaurants to go to. Different activities to do. Different movies to watch. Things that you never think you would do and probably won't do again because you never thought you would do it in the first place. But try it just to say you tried it, just to have something. Oh, I just spat it all over you guys. Just spat it. Just try something new together. And even if you guys don't do that again, at least a conversation came out of it. A memory came out of it. A first time together came out of it, right? So you want to make sure you're fun and you're kind of keeping each other on your toes, right? So have fun with the relationships. Relationships are supposed to be fun. They're not supposed to be toxic. They're not supposed to be draining. They're not supposed to be depressed and sad and frustrating, and the list goes on. They're supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be work. That's another thing. Relationships require work. If you don't want to put the work in, then get out. If you don't want to put the work in, ta-ta. If you don't want to put the work in, boo, this is not for you. Relationships are work, but they also are fun. They're made to be fun. I feel like God created man and woman, and if you're a man and man, woman and woman, whatever the case may be, I really don't give a rat's ass. But whatever the case may be, for two people to come together, it's supposed to be fun. He made it to be for fun, for companionship, for love, for grace, for understanding, for counseling, to thrive and enjoy all the goodness that life has to offer, right? So make your relationship fun. Try new things, do different things. Be silly. Do silly stuff around the house, just live your life in such a free and light-hearted, carefree way, and enjoy that time together. Enjoy it, enjoy it. There's nothing better than having fun with your partner. Levins is my best friend. He's my best friend, right? Because, like, we're genuinely friends. We're, like, best friends. And then he give me peen, too. So it's like, that's my best friend, okay? Because my other friends don't give me peen. They all have a Regine, except for my brother. He's my best friend, too. But we ain't into that. So, you know what I mean? But on a serious note, just apply all of the things that I've talked about today. Really, really take your time with this video. If you have to pause and write things down, do that too. And you'll start to see the transformation within yourself and your relationship. And you never know where your relationship will go if you apply these. Well, I do know where the relationship can go, to infinity and beyond. But that is about it for this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, smash that notification button so you know when I drop the video, and just tune in for the next video, guys. Make sure you leave a comment for me of things that you want me to talk about. I love and appreciate the support so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.